Motion sickness, every gamer's worst nightmare. That and Tyler 1. Nothing sucks more than getting motion sickness halfway through your game. Your friends, your party depending on you to deliver that final push for the payload, and then boom! It hits you. That dizziness you feel in your head, every movement of your champion feeling excruciatingly painful. If you know, then you know, and you might suffer from motion sickness or alcoholism, depending. I don't know who I'm talking to here. But what's up, guys? It's your boy Mark, and today we are back at it again with another game review video, and we are going to be talking about some games notorious for causing some motion sickness. But before we get started with the video, guys, I need you guys to do something for me. I need you guys to go down there and hit that subscribe button. If you guys are not subscribed yet, it would really help me out in my motion sickness. How, you must ask? I really don't know. I don't know the science that goes behind that, but I just know that if you hit it and you're not subscribed, then it will help my motion sickness get better. So go ahead and do that for me, please. Anyways, guys, before we get started with the video, I just wanted to put a disclaimer out there that this video was very difficult to put together. Again, as I mentioned, I do suffer from motion sickness as well, which is one of the reasons why I came up with this idea, but regretted it instantly as soon as I saw the gameplay and the gameplays that I had to go through. So just putting that out there, it was very excruciating for me to put this together, and it might also be excruciating for you to watch. So at any point, if you get sick in this video and you feel like throwing up like the girl from The Exorcist, lay down and just play this video in the back, and nobody gets hurt, nobody gets sued, and we don't have to clean any vomit. So I say that's a win-win situation right there. Also, guys, this list is my personal list. These are the games that I've played in the past, and I did try to also limit the amount of VR games that are on this list, but needless to say, VR games do play a big role in majority of the games that give me motion sickness, so there will be some on this list. And also, guys, if you guys have your own personal list, I would love to know what you guys' lists are down below. So make sure you guys go ahead and comment on any games that give you motion sickness that I may not have in this video. But anyways, guys, let's just go ahead and get started with number 5. Overwatch. Overwatch is a team-based multiplayer first-person shooter game developed and published by Blizzard Entertainment. So there isn't a particular order to this list, guys, but I wanted to add this kind of like at the very bottom because it is pretty bad, my motion sickness that I get with Overwatch. But with Overwatch, I'm still able to play an hour or two before I really start feeling it. And if it doesn't apply to you, then great! Congratulations on your potential social life. But of course, you could mitigate how much motion sickness you get from this game because it really depends on what hero you play. For me, I love playing heroes that give me motion sickness. For some reason, Torb gives me one of the worst motion sickness ever. I think it's because of his perspective of being smaller than the typical average size person or hero on Overwatch, and the other one is Mercy just because she flies around, and also Tracer just because she dashes. But when I do feel my motion sickness kicking in while playing Overwatch, I tend to go for heroes like Orisa, who is not very fast and doesn't have any fast dashes or weird perspectives like Torb. And also a big contributing factor of Overwatch motion sickness is how colorful and bright it is. It's not like a PUBG or it's not like Call of Duty where it's very natural colors. It's very bright and colorful, and the game itself is extremely fast-paced. It's one of the most fast-paced games that I have played yet, and a lot of the games that you guys are going to see on this list is extremely fast-paced. Like the next game standing at number 4 is Wipeout. Wipeout is a futuristic anti-gravity racing video game. The Wipeout games are a series of futuristic racers which involves players driving anti-gravity ships through various forms of races. So this series is really known for its extreme speed and its range of electronic dance music soundtracks. And guys, when I say this is not like Mario Kart, I mean this is not like Mario Kart. This game takes a whole new level to racing. At first, actually playing this game, I could honestly not even stand to play one single game, but the thing about this game actually is the more you play it, obviously the more motion sickness you get, but no, the more you play it, the more you start getting used to the speed, and the more the speed actually starts feeling normal in a way, until you kind of have to step it back and play like a normal racing game like Mario Kart or NASCAR. Then you really go back to the perspective of how fast paced this game really is. And on top of that, the soundtrack to this game is phenomenal, one of the more phenomenal racing game soundtracks out there. It really gets you upbeat and going, and it really makes you feel like you're part of the game and part of the environment. And also another thing that I really like about this game is the sound effects of the actual spaceships and the spacecrafts itself. It's one of the most satisfying noises I have ever heard. Okay, next up at number 3, somewhat of another futuristic game, we have Riggs. Riggs is a VR first-person shooter game with the option and features of playing either single or multiplayer. So in single player, the Riggs starts as 3 divisions, and throughout the single player, you will also compete in one of the tournaments for each of the in-game game types, while on the multiplayer side, you are put in this 3v3 matchup, while matchmaking methods are divided into either division queue, 1v1 queue, or exhibition match. So in a way, this game kind of actually also reminds me of Overwatch with the hero diva, but on crack. It literally feels like a bunch of divas flying around everywhere shooting each other, and it's just super exciting. There's a lot of movements that you could do with this, but with the movements obviously come with the motion sickness. And as always, this is also another intense game, very fast paced, and the controls tend to be on the mechanical end. For me personally, I didn't play this game too much just because I did face the motion sickness in the very beginnings, especially with it being in VR and everything, but I definitely want to pick up this game sometime in the future again. It's a really fun game that you could spend hours upon hours on. Like, who doesn't like riding mechs and destroying other mechs in tournament rounds? But if you're looking for something else that will make you sick, something that's not set in the futuristic, but let's say around or inspired by the Middle Ages, then the game Skyrim might be for you. So Skyrim is an open world action role-playing game where players may freely roam over the land of Skyrim, consisting of wilderness expanses, dungeons, caves, cities, towns, fortresses, villages, you name it. And upon playing this game, I was absolutely blown away by the graphics and the lore, but I soon came to find out after doing battle after battle, I would develop really terrible motion sickness, and it wasn't until after my friend recommended that I switch from first person to third person that motion sickness actually went away. And it's honestly probably one of the best advices I have ever received in life, not even trying to be dramatic or anything. And that's honestly also what I love about this game, is that you can toggle between first person and third person. Most games either only have first person or they either have third person, but with this game you have the luxury of choosing either or both. So if you get tired of playing it in third person, you can go ahead and play it in first person, and vice versa. And finally, ranking at number 1, the game that has given me the most motion sickness thus far is Scavenger's Odyssey. So for this one, if you suffer from motion sickness, don't even bother playing this game. Just completely skip it overall, because this one will straight up murder you. This game will literally have you in your entire room spinning for days. So for those who don't know, Scavenger's Odyssey is an intense first-person shooter experience game that sees you piloting through a mech suit, jumping across space, rocks, and clearing out intense, infested alien ships of space bugs. And I think what really makes this game even worse, motion sickness wise, is that it's on VR. So it's already bad enough with the camera angles and having to maneuver through space. So I was completely RIP in this game. I was dead. I couldn't even get through the first game. My motion sickness for this game was so horrendously terrible. Having to maneuver through space, having 100 million things coming right at you and you have to shoot all of them. It was overall a mess. Like, don't get me wrong, the game in itself is really fun. The graphics are absolutely beautiful. The mechanics are absolutely challenging and fun, but this game will have you in bed for a couple of days. But if you still insist on playing this game, then I highly suggest to not eat before playing this game, unless you want to see your food right in front of you, of course. But yeah guys, that is gonna wrap it out for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys did like this video, please make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. I know motion sickness sucks. I haven't been able to play a lot of games because of it, but you know what? We'll get through this together, guys. We'll get through it. But let me know down below if you guys have any tips of combating motion sickness during video games, and also let me know if there's any other games out there that may give you motion sickness so I can definitely go play those and vomit in my room. But yeah guys, for all that being said, again, I'm your host Mark, and remember, game it till you make it. Bye guys!